FM 1021. Hey, what's up? It's Ian McCain live backstage for night 3 of Big Snow Show 12. Going to be an amazing night with Phoenix, Cold War Kids. Also, Lord Huron is here. And right with me right now, we've got Sam from Welshly Arms,
Hey
man.
guys, what's going on?
What's up,
How
man?
are
Thanks
you?
for coming into town, man.
It is our pleasure to be here.
Back in Milwaukee, you guys played Summerfest last year.
That's right,
Back now. We were talking before this came on. Is that you're saying like you're originally from Cleveland, and that Cleveland and Milwaukee kind of have the same kind of vibe going
They
on.
do. The only thing missing in Cleveland is we don't have Summerfest, which is one of the most amazing festivals around. So
It's
kudos to you guys for doing that. But yeah, but the people, the vibe, the sports, the love of beer, things like that. Very Cleveland.
And the thing that's great about Milwaukee, and I see this with my friends from Cleveland as well, and that is that the people are resilient, and
Yeah.
basically people have written off our cities, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden here we come.
Yep.
Like Milwaukee's on this huge
boom.
rebound, and
Yeah.
Cleveland's on this huge
Cleveland
rebound
too.
as well.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
awesome, man. So you guys got this new EP out, the legendary EP that it came out when last.
A couple months ago.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. And obviously, Legendary is just such a massive song, and it's just on fire everywhere that you turn on sports. It's like on every sports package ever, and I mean, there's just certain songs that catch on like that. Now, when you were writing this and that was happening, were you thinking like, I'm writing this awesome like thing that like it's going to be included in all of these sports packages? and
Definitely
stuff like
not.
that?
But I did. There was something that told me when we finished it, and I kind of sat back and listened. And sometimes you have to remove yourself a little bit, and right away you don't know if a song is good. You don't know what it feels like because you were just so involved in the process. But I remember sitting back and finally listening to that one and saying like, this is totally like a sports thing. I remember having that feeling, and I do have to admit I kind of channeled. I'm a big LeBron James fan. I'm a big Cavaliers fan. So
Right.
LeBron James was sort of the inspiration for the beginning of that song, and there's a lot of like reference to that. So
Is it weird for you to like as a that song specifically, but then also you see like other songs, they just get they get a life of their own. Like
Yeah.
it's your baby, but it belongs to the world now at this point, where people have their own meaning behind that
You're
song.
right. Well, what I see a lot, and it over in Europe, a lot of times there's a lot of girls, and in the States too. But I see this a lot, and I was kind of surprised by it at first. A lot of girls doing like teenage girls doing selfies, where they're all made up and they're in their mirror, and then they quote the lyrics. And I'm just like that I didn't see. I kind of understood if a use in like a basketball game or a football game. I did not see it being like a self-empowerment kind of like I look good kind of thing.
That's interesting.
But
I did
I'm all
not
right with
think about
that, you know.
Like,
I'm glad that
it has its own life,
it,
right?
it does. I guess it speaks to really whatever you want to conquer, you know.
I mean, like the WWE guys, like they
Yeah.
heard that and then they made it the theme song of
Insane.
of
the
the
ladders
thing.
and chairs thing. Yeah, that was
That's
insane.
Great, right? I mean, did you actually get a chance to watch that so that you could actually?
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but it's more just because of the schedule and everything, and it was hard to catch that one when it was on.
So being from Cleveland, you know, tonight Ohio State
That's right.
and Wisconsin are playing in the Big Ten championship. Who you
Yeah,
got?
big
Who you
night.
got?
I'm not even gonna say. I mean, I'm from Ohio. That's all. That's all I say. We aren't allowed to say anything other than that.
That
And
you
when-
aren't, right?
When
'Cause
you
it's
come from Ohio, and I
the-
gotta go home this week. So
So if the band was going to put together a music festival, and you could basically put anybody on it, alive or dead. Alive
Oh,
or dead. I'm going to
God.
open it up like that. If you could do
Wow.
alive or dead, and you guys could have your own music festival. So let's say we're going to do 5 or 6, 7
Yeah.
bands. Who would
this
you
is
put
amazing.
on that?
Wow, I've never been asked this question, and this is a really awesome way to ask. Who do you like? You know, like who do you listen to? Well, I've got to go with some of my earliest inspirations were like Jimi Hendrix and Led Zeppelin. So let's put those two on. Those are probably going to be our closers.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, of course, of course.
And I would love to start out with, you know, like maybe some soul music, like Sam Cooke or
That would be
Curtis
fantastic.
Mayfield would be fun on a festival.
Oh my God. Yeah, absolutely.
And these are all, you know, deceased, I guess, at this point. But except
do
for
you
some
like
of the
more
members
dead
of
artists
Zeppelin.
than current artists at this point?
I feel like if I were curating my own festival and I could go back and use some artists that have passed, I lean that way. Yes, but I love tonight is almost a dream festival. What
It's
you
fantastic.
guys have
We're
tonight.
so
All
happy
week,
to have you
guys
here.
have had an insane lineup. So.
It's really good, right? Like,
Yeah,
just have
it's
the
insane.
Phoenix
Yeah.
guys do their own thing. Cold War
Yeah,
Kids,
it
they
is.
do their own thing. Lord Huron.
It's
all
diverse,
kind of
but it all works together.
Right, and that's honestly that was
Yeah.
literally what the whole thought process behind doing this was we've done 3 nights, and this one was like, to me, is this amazing lineup of you guys are all different.
Yeah.
But there's all this high, like everybody that's on this show tonight, like has this respect for music.
That's awesome.
That's
I love it.
insane.
I'm super stoked because we've seen Lord Huron and Cold War Kids before and loved those shows, so I'm looking forward to seeing them again. But I've never seen Phoenix, and I've been a fan since that first album that broke over here. So
Awesome. Well, and Call's not even going to be till like 2:00 this
Yeah,
morning, so you get a
I'm
chance to
partying.
watch this tonight.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for coming.
Thank
Really
you so
appreciate
much
it.
for having us.
Catch these guys tonight. They're going to be downstairs. I believe you guys go on at 7:30 tonight.
That sounds right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate you coming.
Bye. Great to be here.